Hi guys, it's Dave with another video. This time I want to go over my Condor EDC pouch, and more important than the pouch itself, the contents within it, the gear and comfort items and tools that I carry with me on a pretty regular basis. I would hesitate to say I have this with me all the time. I definitely don't. I have this pouch stuffed pretty good. It would fit in a jacket pocket, but it might be a little bulky or cumbersome. And realistically, this is going to be something that I would toss in a suitcase if I'm traveling, toss in a backpack if I'm making a day trip somewhere, or if I'm making a long trip, I might throw it in my truck. I don't have it with me 100% of the time, but these are items that, you know, if I anticipate going someplace where I might need something, if the family and I are going to an amusement park, anything like that, then this is a kit that I can bring with me. It might require some modification if I'm going to fly with it or try and get through security somewhere with it, but other than small modifications, taking a few items out, this is still going to give me a lot of capability no matter where I go. So there are plenty of reviews on YouTube about this pouch, and the dimensions and the makeup, I'm not going to really cover that. It is a Condor EDC pouch. It's a heavy denier nylon. It's got some good zippers on it. Molly webbing on the back, which you could put a belt through it or something if you wanted to. You can also attach it to the back. If you have a Molly backpack, you can just attach it to the outside. And it came with this USA flag patch, and it has a little mesh pocket on the outside. You'll see what the inside looks like in just a second. I'm going to go over the things that I keep on the outside of the pouch here first. And behind this flag, I just have a quarter. If I ever have to open a battery compartment, which requires something like this, I know my SteriPen water purifier, it requires a coin or something to open that battery compartment. I have one if I want to get a bottle of water from a vending machine, or if I want to do some scratch offs, I have a quarter. I'm going to open this up. You can see I put a little extension of black parachute cord on the one zipper, just to give me a little bit of leverage to open the pouch more easily. And once I unzip it, it relieves some of the pressure here. It's not as tight, and I can get the front things out. I have this sanitizing wipe. This is for cleaning your hands. It's got a hand sanitizer on it. So nowadays with COVID and everything, there's hand sanitizer everywhere you go, but just in case, I have a way of disinfecting my hands. I also keep a mini Bic lighter in here, and wrapped around the mini Bic, I have about 2 or 3 feet of 1-inch Gorilla Tape, just to affect repairs and all the other millions of things that I can use Gorilla Tape for. Opening the pouch, you'll see that I have it quite full. We'll start with this side right here. First thing, I have a cheap ballpoint pen, just something reliable to write with. I have a Carpenter Pencil. I like the idea of keeping a Carpenter Pencil in this kit because I can use one of the blades inside the bag here to sharpen it. So I don't have to worry that if I have a regular pencil or something and then the point breaks, I don't have a way to write with it. A wine opener. So if I'm traveling someplace and I need a glass of survival wine, or if, you know, I've been in hotel rooms where I pick up a bottle of wine before I want to hunker down for the night, and then I realize that I don't have a way to open it. So I keep a waiter's wine key right there. The primary knife, I guess you could say, for this kit is a SOG little lockback Tonto point. It's called the Micron B. It's a very small knife, but it is razor sharp, and this is great just for everyday use. Cutting cord. It has a nice point to it. You could actually use it for first aid if you had to pick out a splinter, because it comes to such a sharp point right there. And I like the knife, and it's very lightweight. It fits in the kit perfect, so that's what I keep in there. This is a screwdriver pen type situation. It just has a whole bunch of these little micro bits in the back, and it's always nice to have a screwdriver there. So I think it has a couple hex bits in there too, just some common ones. So and this is a standard size front here that you can put just about any drill bit in. So if I ever wanted to swap these out with something a little better, I'm sure I could. Getting back to the whole COVID situation, you know, you don't want to be caught anywhere without a mask. So I keep one of these 3M masks in here. It says, well, I believe it said somewhere on here N95, but I wouldn't trust it as an N95. It's just a cloth mask. But I like these because they fold up so compact. It's really easy to keep it in here. I work in healthcare, so I always have some masks on me anyway. This just gives me redundancy or something that I could give away to somebody else. Going into this back pocket here on the key keeper, I have several items. The first is a little, like a dollar store multi-tool. It gives you a pry bar or a slotted screwdriver, a bottle opener, little knife blade, a cord cutter, and an oxygen wrench. And this I just had laying around, and so I included it in my kit. If I can figure out how to get back in. It comes with this little nylon sheath, and it doesn't take up any room because of how flat it is, so it made its way into here. I have a SanDisk Cruiser Blade 8 gigabyte oh boy, USB drive. Been a long day, guys. But the USB drive, I don't keep documents or anything like that on this drive. I do keep up backup documents, like a picture of my driver's license and things like that. I keep it in a an encrypted file and that I can access from my cell phone. But this is really just if I didn't have access to my Google Drive and things like that, and I needed to save any documents or any work that I'm doing on a computer. I have a Stanley Power Lock all metal tape measure, just really convenient to have a little tape measure with you. And I've also got a Streamlight Nano. I love these little flashlights. They are very, very bright for what they are, and they practically weigh nothing, and they're very bright and you can see your way around. At the very least, I can get to it in this bag in the dark because it's on the key keeper and I can see other things that are in. But that's it for that compartment there. Now moving on to the other side, we'll start up here and then make our way down to this little pocket. I have a full size, I think it's a 3-foot charging cable for my iPhone. And I'm going to move some things out of the way and talk about them in a second, but I want to show you. Going along with that cord, I have this. I picked it up, I forget where I found it, I think on Amazon, but this is an emergency cell phone charger, and it has a little LED light on here, and your cable plugs in there, and you just flip the switch to USB, and it'll charge your phone. What I like about this device versus carrying, so this runs off of AA batteries, and I like it versus the rechargeable units because I might have an Anker power bank or something like that with me anyway to give my phone extra battery life. This is a redundancy item. It's in here, and if I have to use it, it might be an emergency. It might be a situation where I don't have my Anker bank or that has died. But as long as I can get to some AA batteries, if the ones in here have gone dead, I can get to AA batteries fairly easily in most places I might be, and then I can charge my phone. So even if I had to rob a flashlight from my truck or something like that, I should be able to get AA's and charge my phone. So I have that emergency charger. Oh, right here, I just have 1 dose of caffeine, some Starbucks instant coffee. Sometimes you go places and they don't have coffee, which is absolute sacrilege, but that might be their decision, just not offer coffee, so I bring my own. I have a hair tie. Sometimes girl with you might just need a hair tie. Maybe my fiance leaves home without one, she needs one. Or you just need a rubber band, or you need to secure things. You guys have seen my first aid backpack video. The emergency medical backpack has a lot of equipment actually fastened to the outside of the bag using hair ties. It's just really quick and easy, so, and they're very cheap compared to any other kind of a tactical alternative. So, I have a pair of folding scissors. Got these from a sewing kit I had, and they're just really sharp, and you can tell that when you go to cut with them, they're nice and tight blades, and they're dedicated scissors. So rather than keeping nail clippers or something like that in here, I just have one really good pair of scissors that are multifunctional. Finally, in this little compartment here is my trusty favorite little multi-tool, the Gerber dime. and I'm going to make a separate video just about the Gerber dime because I love it so much. But just so that you know how wonderful this is, it has a bottle opener on the outside of it right there. You have a package opener so that you don't dull the regular sheepfoot knife blade that's on the knife. You have your blade right here, little tiny blade, does the trick. You've got your nail files, you've got your flathead screwdriver, you have a pair of scissors on here. So I've got backup scissors there, and what I think is one of the coolest features, you've got these awesome tweezers, and these things put Swiss Army knife tweezers to shame, I think, because these are much more heavy duty, they've got much more spring to them, and look at the point that they come to. You can really dig out splinters and stuff like that with these tweezers. So these things are awesome. And they just slide right in your multi-tool here. They're secure, they're not gonna fly out. And I love this thing. So if you wanna hear me ramble more about this, even though I just showed you the whole tool. Oh, and the neatest part, spring loaded on the pliers. So my $80 Leatherman is not spring loaded. So I just really like that too. Tiny little pliers, I mean, it's like a hybrid between pliers and tweezers, but if you need them, they're there. So that's my multi-tool. Let's see. Remaining on this side, I just have, I think it's just one more item. It is a hot glue stick. Okay, used in conjunction with my mini Bic lighter. I have a glue stick I can use to glue things. I can effect repairs. So it's just handy to have an adhesive with me, and I don't have to worry about it being super glue or something like that where it could potentially leak in this kit, or temperatures in my vehicle might affect it. It'd have to be pretty damn hot in the car for this glue stick to melt. So I have that. Finally, I have my little see-through pouch here with all kinds of stuff, and I'll try and pull everything out here just to show you what I have. It's impressive, really, how much capability you can stuff into this kit. That cough drop is not going to be coming out without a fight. So lesson learned. Don't put cough drops or hard candies in your bag here and then leave them in the car. Sorry about that. I had to go get the doorbell. So where I left off, I have 1 dose of adult aspirin here. I keep this because if anybody ever presented with the signs and symptoms of a heart attack, one of the first baseline treatments for that is to have the patient chew up some aspirin. So I keep it right here in my bag. I can also use it if I have a headache. Next up, I have a few cable ties. These are great for repairing all kinds of items. If you blow out a pack strap, if you just need to secure some things, you've got some zip ties to do it with. And a rubber band, bonus. I have a Band-Aid. I'm down to 1 Band-Aid left in here. I got to restock. You can see it's probably something I pull out of here and give away the most, just having some Band-Aids in here. So I have a seasoning packet in case I'm someplace and the food sucks. Seasoning packet. Microfiber cloth for cleaning electronics, or if I want to wipe down my sunglasses or something like that. Little hardware kit. I've got paper clips, a binder clip, screws, drywall anchors, a few nails, just some random items, a couple safety pins. Here's a sewing kit. I removed the contents of a pre-made sewing kit and just stuck with 1 spool of thread and just really the essentials. So there's a button in here, a couple of needles, and another measuring tape that was so tiny. Despite having my metal tape measure here, I just left it in the little bag. 20 bucks, just in case I'm short on cash or I'm someplace where I have to, you know, I got to pay cash for something or bribe a government official or anything like that. I have $20. Not sure how far that will get me. And then I just have a couple medications here. I've got ibuprofen and Imodium AD. Ibuprofen because it's probably the most likely thing that I would want to take if I had a headache, and Imodium AD because if you need it, you really need it. So there you go. That's all the contents for my EDC pouch. I don't know how many things this is. It seems like it's like 100. minus one cough drop that I'm going to have to sit here and dig that out and get it on out of there. But I thought that was a good idea at the time, keep a cough drop in the bag. If you have any suggestions for me, things I should omit, especially cough drops, or things that I should include in this bag, I can't tell you that I have a lot of extra space in here, but I'd love to hear your feedback. Love making YouTube videos. You guys have been wonderful in the comments and everything, chiming in and giving me suggestions, a lot of which I'm going to be using to update my kits in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I plan on making a lot more content just like this, so thank you very much.